So there's a quote that's attributed to Mark Twain, and it goes something along the lines of history doesn't repeat, but it sure does rhyme. And the Gnostic Gospels, they do the same thing. Because not only do the lesson gospel talk about liberation and sort of the moments of clarity, and in the case of the gospel, sort of her praise for Jesus for having liberated her out of the darkness. But reading it actually reminded me of a gospel reading from the second Sunday in Lent. I had to look it up. And Mary, the mother of Jesus, according to matter, said, "When thou, my master, wert a child, before the Spirit had descended upon thee, when thou wert in the vineyard with Joseph, the Spirit came down from the height and came unto me in the house, like unto thee. And I knew him not, but thought he was thou. And he said unto me, Where is Jesus my brother, that I may go to meet him? And when he had said this unto me, I was in doubt, and thought it was a phantom tempting me. I seized him and bound him to the foot of the bed, which was in my house, until I had gone to find you in the field, thee and Joseph. It came to pass, therefore, when thou didst hear me saying this thing unto Joseph, that thou didst understand, and thou wert joyful and saidst, Where is he that I may see him? Nay, I am expecting him in this place. And it came to pass, when Joseph heard thee say these words, that he was disturbed. We went together. We entered into the house. We found the Spirit bound on the bed. And we gazed upon thee and him, and found that thou wert like unto him. And he that was bound to the bed was unloosed. He embraced thee and kissed thee, and thou didst kiss him, and ye became one and the same being. Felt like it was important to include that because it feels like it fills in a piece. Because the lesson is talking about how Adam and Eve sort of wake up while in the flesh, and sort of realize what's going on. And the gospel is about Sophia praising Jesus in the light for having been liberated outside of the flesh. Whereas this is kind of a combination of both. And also, I think this reading and the lesson are both sort of talking about the sort of the bride chamber, where two things are combined and become a whole. Essentially, that's the Cliff Notes version. And the thing about this reading, just like all of the other readings, is that it's not just Jesus. The point is that we can do the same or similar. And the point is to do these things on earth. There's a lot that gets in the way. And it's not a one-time thing. It's a day-by-day thing, which is good because it means if you mess up, you can try again tomorrow. The bad side is that you have to keep doing it. Yeah, I found it very interesting that we were doing this on Ascension Sunday. The themes are very similar to me, because Ascension is when Jesus rises up from earth, into the pleroma, and the gospel is basically Sophia after she ascends out of darkness with Jesus' help. And the two are very similar from different points of view, I guess you could say. I think there's more to say, but I'm drawing a blank. guess I'll end it there. But just remember, give yourself some grace because no one's perfect. And even if they were, there's like one of them or two of them. Like no one's expecting perfection. Especially since the earth has a blanket of both the Holy Spirit and a blanket of ignorance, and we choose which one every second of every day, even though we don't realize it. And sometimes other people's choices indirectly or directly affect our choices as well. So it gets very complicated. So yeah, be nice to yourself whenever possible, and do what you can to make the world a better place, because both you and other people don't. So with that, go in peace, and may the lady walk with you.